Hi students, I'm your teacher in English. You can call me Teacher Abby or Mom Abby. So I'm glad to meet you all. Welcome to our class. And for today's lesson, you're going to learn about analogy. Yes, at the end of this video, you will know what analogy is and the types of this topic. So let's start. So let me close this one. So yeah, have you heard about analogy before? So let's go straight with its definition. What is an analogy? I will read. An analogy is a type of word problem that is made up of two pairs of words. Here is an example. Graceful is to clumsy as late is to... Okay, so what do you think is the missing word? Well, before you answer that, I know you have something in your mind already. So to solve an analogy, find a word that correctly completes the second pair. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Of course, the word is punctual, right? So graceful is to clumsy as late is to punctual. So that's how it works. So class, look at this example closely. Graceful is to clumsy. This is the first pair of words. And late is to punctual, on the other hand, this is the second pair of the word. Okay, so that's an analogy. It is composed of two pairs of words. It shows word relationships, how words are connected to each other. So let's find out more of different types of analogy. So let me just close and clear my board. Okay, so for my students under MDL or Modular Distance Learning, okay, so I hope you can follow this video so you can be able to know more about analogies and its types. So we start with synonyms. Well, as you can see, there's a lot of types of analogies here, but we're going to focus only on few, such as synonyms, antonyms, cause and effect, purpose or function, characteristics, and what else? Yeah, whole and part, or part to whole. So we're going to only have the 6 types of analogies. Okay, so let's start with synonyms. Okay, so let me just check the box. Okay, so as you can see here, class, so joy is to happy as sad is to unhappy. So this is an example under synonym analogy. First, I want to know what is synonym. Okay, so let's define synonym. As you know, synonyms are synonyms, words with the same meanings, right? Okay, for example, the word is overweight. Yeah, overweight. So what do you think is the synonym of overweight? There are so many possible answers. One is heavy, the other one is obese, fat. Okay, these are possible synonyms for the word overweight. So in this case, okay, I want to use heavy. Okay, let's try to make a synonym analogy. So overweight is to heavy. Okay, so it looks good already. Now, since analogy, as we say, it is composed of two pairs of words, so let's try to work on the second pair. So overweight is too heavy as, let's think of another word. How about this one? Slim. Okay, slim. Slim means it's in a it's about good shape. Okay, slim is too. So yeah, I will give you time to think. Okay, so I have here timer. Actually, yes, I want you to think of the possible answer. Yes, I'll give you 10 seconds to think. Okay, time's up. Okay, so I know you have your answer already before I opened my timer. So what do you think is the synonym of slim? There are so many possible answers, class. So we could say uh, skinny, thin. What else? Sexy. Yeah. So these are some possible answers. So I would like to use the word thin. Overweight is too heavy as slim is too thin. Well, this is an example of synonym analogy. So, well, I'm going to restart this timer. I will give you 20 seconds, okay, to think of your own example. Get your notebook, okay, and try to think of your own examples of synonym analogy. You can do it. Okay, yes, okay. So timer stops there. So now we're going to move. I know that your example is correct. So just remember that in order for you to make a synonym analogy, the pair of words should share the same meaning to each other, just like this example. Okay. So let's continue, okay, on the next type. So let's go in this page. So we have antonyms. So as you can see, smile is to frown as light is to dark. So, well, as you know, smile is opposite to the word frown and light is also opposite to the word dark. So antonyms, they are also words, okay? Words that are opposite in meaning. So let's write that. Antonyms are words with opposite meanings. There are so many words, you know, that are contradicting to each other when it comes to their definitions. For example, okay, let me think of a word. How about this one? Gorgeous. Yes, gorgeous. I'm sure you know this word. It's like beautiful, very, yes, very attractive. So gorgeous. What do you think is the word opposite to what word is opposite to the word gorgeous? So it is. So let me just make a symbol like this. Yeah. Okay. So the word gorgeous is opposite to. Yeah, I heard you. You said ugly. Or you can also say monstrous, beast. Yes. Oh, no. Beast is a noun. Ugly, monstrous. What else? Yes. Okay, unattractive. Okay, so these are words that are opposite to the meaning of gorgeous. So I want to use the word ugly. So let's try to make an analogy again. gorgeous is to ugly as, so let's think of another pair of words. How about, how about this word, expensive is to, okay, so remember you have to think of a word opposite to the meaning of expensive. What do we mean by expensive? It means pricey, high priced. So you have to think of the opposite meaning of this word. So I'm thinking of a word, but I have my answer already. I have an answer already. This time I will open, okay, my timer. So I will set it on 10 seconds for you to think. Okay, timer's up. So this time, okay, let's write your answer. What did you say? Oh, yeah, I heard you. You said cheap. Yes, correct. So this is our antonym analogy. Gorgeous is to ugly as expensive is to cheap. Okay, good job. Now let's continue, okay, on the next part. Okay, so we're practicing. I'm going to set my timer. Sorry, I forgot. Okay. Oh, hold on. I'm going to set my timer again for you to think your own examples. So you have 20 seconds to think, get your notebook, and write your antonym analogy. Okay, time's up. So now, okay, we're going to proceed on next type, which is cause and effect. So it says here, okay, storm is to rain as clearing is to sunshine. Well, this is a very nice example, right? So first, let's talk about cause and effect. So what do we mean when we say cause? Cause is like reason, okay? Reason of something, reason why something happens. And when we say effect, of course, it means result, okay, or product. So yeah, let's talk about cause and effect analogy. So I will give you a word, okay? This word is called calamity. Calamity, of course, natural calamity. What happens when there is calamity? So calamity is of course this is cause. Now you have to think what happens when there's calamity. What's the effect when there's calamity? Okay. I know you have so many possible answers there. I will open my timer again. I'll set it in 10 seconds. Yes, yes, I can imagine how you're excited to answer. Okay, timer's up. So calamity is to, of course, when there's calamity, probably there's typhoon, right? What else? There is earthquake. What else? There's volcanic eruption. Okay, so I'm not going to write every word here. So I want to use the first word, typhoon. Calamity is to typhoon. Now we have to make a new analogy, cause and effect analogy. Okay, so let's think of another cause. Okay, do you know the word unemployment? Yes, unemployment it's a noun. It's the situation where people lose their jobs. Like, in this trying time, we're experiencing pandemic. So a lot of us are uncertain about what's going to happen next in the coming days. So I maybe some of your relatives lost their jobs too. So that's unemployment. Okay. So now we're going to think of the effect. So when there is unemployment, what's the result? What's the effect? So I think you heard some words from me already. So let me just open my timer. Oh no, not the dice. Okay, let's open it. Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds to think to complete this cause and effect analogy. Okay, that's it. We're done. Okay, and I'm sure you have so many answers there. So let's write the word jobless. So when there is an unemployment, of course, some people are jobless. Okay, so that's cause and effect. Now I will set the timer again in 20 seconds for you to think of your own cause and effect analogy. You can do it. Okay, time's up. Okay, maybe you are really in a hurry to make some examples. If 20 seconds is so short for you, you can just take a pause on this video and continue watching. Okay, so let's close this. Now let's move on to the fourth type of analogy. So we call it purpose or function. So purpose, it's about objective. Okay, so what's the use of it? What's the use of something? Look at this analogy. Camera is to photograph, as calculator is to computation. So the purpose of camera is to take photographs or photos. On the other hand, calculator is being used for computation, and you know that. So yeah, so purpose, I already said about it. So it's about the use, the function. Sometimes this type of analogy called purpose. Sometimes other reference call it function or use, right? So, well, let's think of a purpose analogy. Let's think of objects, class. For example, TV. Yeah, and it's an appliance, right? TV is to watch, as radio is to. Oh, this is an easy analogy, but I'm going to set my timer again for you to think the missing word. Okay. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, time's up. Okay, so the answer is yes. Listen, okay, or hear. So TV is to watch as radio is to listen. Okay, very good. So now I want you to, okay, think of your own analogy, a purpose analogy or function analogy. So let's set the timer into 20 seconds. So you just have to think of objects, class. There are so many things at your home. You can just move your eyes on the kitchen, in the kitchen, in your living room, or even on in your bedroom. Okay, so time's up. And I know you have your examples there for purpose or function analogy. Okay, so we're done on this. Now let's continue. Oh, Yeah. Let's continue with the fifth type. We call this characteristics. Look at the example, class. Silk is too smooth as cotton is too soft. Okay, so they are objects, right? Silk, it's the type of cloth that, for example, of silk is, it's a material actually. It's a clothing material that you can often see in dresses, you know. Okay, so we know that its character or characteristic is smooth, of course. And yes, cotton, of course, we know cotton, right? It's really fluffy. It's soft, right? That's the white one that we know. So this is a good example of characteristic analogy. So let's type, okay, the word characteristic here. Okay, let me think of something, another object again. How about this one? Rock. You know rock. We can see a rock outside. We can see it in the garden. Okay. So rock is too rough, right? So we know that. When we say rough, it means not smooth, okay, rough. Okay, there is, there is texture. As, let's think of another pair of word. How about, yes, this one. Since rock is a kind of stone, okay, crystal is too. Okay, now I will set my timer. No, not the dice, timer. Okay, here's the timer. So I'll set it in 10 seconds. Please complete this characteristic analogy. Okay, and we're done. That's right. So I know that's a bit challenging for you. What do you think is the missing word? It's, what is it? Yes, it's shiny. Yeah, it's shiny, right? Shiny or bright. Okay, so in characteristic or characteristics, okay, as type of analogy, you can also think of people. For example, you can also think of people or animals. Okay, let's try animals. Butterfly is too beautiful, of course, as bee is too busy, right? So we know that butterfly, it's an insect. Well, butterfly and bee, they're insects. Butterfly, its characteristic is beautiful. On the other hand, bee's characteristic is busy. Why bee is always busy? Why is it always busy, class? What did you say? Yes, of course, because bee always makes honey. Okay, so this is characteristic analogy. Okay, now I'm going to set the timer for your own examples. Okay, so you have 20 seconds to think. Again, you can take pause of this video if 20 seconds is not enough for you. Okay, start. Okay, are you done? Okay, yes, and it's over. Okay, very good. Okay, now let's continue on the last. Okay, wow, we're on the last type already. So this is whole and part. But in the modules provided by Deped, okay, it's written there that the type is actually part to whole. Maybe for you not to be confused because you're going to use your module, let's just, switch the words. So let's just say part to whole. Okay. So well, let's write here part to whole. So when we say part, it is the piece of something big. So it's easy to understand. Part, it's just one part of something. So let's talk about objects again. How about this one? Monitor, yeah, the screen monitor is to computer as, okay, as, let's think of another pair of word. Monitor is to computer as, okay, as camera. No. I will not say camera. Monitor is to computer as, as remote control is to, okay, yeah, this one. Monitor is to computer as remote control is to, okay, now I'll give you time to think. What is the missing word? You have 10 seconds to think. I know what's on your mind. Okay, and okay, time's up. So the answer is TV. Yeah, TV, television. So that's it, class. Let's think of more examples, okay, of part to whole. Okay, you can actually think of people's body parts. For example, yeah, our face. Okay, let's focus on our face. Okay, so what part of face, what part of face do you want to say? So let's think of one part. Eye. Okay, eye is to face, right? As, okay, as let's think of part of our body. This one, okay, maybe I want to change my example here. Finger is to hand, as toe is to, okay, what do you think is the missing word? So let's restart it. You have 10 seconds again. Okay, time's up. So finger is to hand, as toe is to, yes, foot. Okay, class, please don't get wrong, okay? Finger is just part of the hand, and the toe that we can touch right there, okay? It's just the part of our foot. Okay, so that's it. Now I'll set the timer again into 20 seconds for you to think of your own examples of part to whole analogy. Okay, so let's start. You can do it. Okay, time's up. Okay, that's it. Well, you're done. So yeah, it's okay that we didn't actually discuss other remaining types here. So please focus only on these 6 types. Okay. So now, class, for your first week, okay, for your first week of tasks, okay, I want you to, yeah, do this one. Please answer, okay, learning task 1 to 6 on pages 6 to 9, okay, on your module. Okay, module, yes. So please refer, okay, on the said pages. For my students, okay, for MDL students or Modular Distance Learning students, okay, please, okay, copy and answer Okay, the said learning task on one whole, okay, pad paper. Okay, that's right. But if you have no available pad paper, you can use short bond paper, okay, or yellow paper. But please do not answer it on your notebook. Okay. Note. So I'll make a note here. Don't. Okay, write. Okay, don't write them on your notebook. Yeah, that's it. If you have some questions, you can just message me personally or just join our group chat. I have already messaged you, okay, on your advisory group chat. So I have provided our own groups, okay, on Facebook Messenger. So I hope you have received my message already. And that's it, okay, for this video lesson. I hope that you learned something. Although we can't actually see each other personally, we should really understand because of the situation now. Thank you so much, and I hope that you can finish all these learning tasks this week. Okay, I'll see you again on our next video class. Bye!